Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I got to tell y'all, shout out to Big Print Champ, shout out to y'all for ordering your merchandise and doing everything you got to do to stay in tune, stay in step. You already know I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Everybody that stream, God bless who hating. I got more music coming on the way. I got a lot of crazy stuff coming, man, but this has been a week of excuses. You know what I mean? I'm going to say this to the next game. This has been a week of excuses and just a week of, reflection on what the 8-1 Philadelphia Eagles can do better to get over the hump. You see, we were 8-1 this same time last year. You know what I mean? We had a similar record this same time last year. And last year, you know what I mean? I want to talk about the evolution of the Philadelphia Eagles real fast. Let's talk about how this team has evolved. Where everybody sees some type of weakness, I think we're more dangerous than what we were last year. You know what I mean? Last year, the running narrative with the Philadelphia Eagles was, the Philadelphia Eagles, they got to jump out to this quick lead. They got to blow you out. Last year, the Philadelphia Eagles were dropping 25 points in the first half like the first 8 weeks of the season. You know what I mean? When you can do that, you don't even got to worry about closing for real, for real. Your offense and your quarterback, everybody in sync. Your wide receivers, your run game, your O-line, y'all in sync that much that you're running flawless offense. Flawless offense. Last year, a 3-and-out against the Philadelphia Eagles, me and you was getting 7 put upon your head top. You know what I mean? That's what a 3-and-out against the Philadelphia Eagles meant last year. This year is different. This is the evolution of the team. This team understands now it's not so much about how you start, it's more about how you finish. Do y'all know only 3 teams in National Football League history have come back from three starts to be 3-0 in 3 games at this point in the season while trailing at the half? I don't know if it's by 10 or more or not, but no team has done it. No team has trailed like the Philadelphia Eagles and has rallied back to win the game. That's what champions are made of. How do you respond when you hit? This team has transitioned from we could beat you up and get you out of the way early to we could win any kind of way we need to win. And that is the mark of a great, great football team. People don't want to give us credit, but the fashion that we win in some of these games, everybody want to blame it on the defense. The defense is why a lot of these games are tight. Well, if that's the case, then even more respect need to get put on Jalen Hurts' name because the offense technically been carrying the defense if you want to word it like that. What you're looking at is balanced different ways to win. Different ways to win. See, our definition of a comfortable win is different from other teams because everything we do is gritty and ugly. It's gritty and ugly. A comfortable win for us, Dallas wasn't comfortable as it should have been, but the Dallas Cowboys win it was comfortable for me. 7 minutes left, 28-17. I was comfortable. I knew we wasn't going to lose that game. A lot of stuff you had me on the edge of my seat. I ain't gonna cap. I was comfortable. The Miami Dolphins, I was comfortable going into that game. I was comfortable during that game. Those were comfortable wins for me. You know what I'm saying? The Commanders, it got a little uncomfortable, but I got comfortable towards the end of that game as well. You know what I mean? So the Philadelphia Eagles, they win comfortably to their standard, and a lot of people don't understand that. This is what you got to take into consideration. That when you have the ball in the fourth quarter, if you're the Philadelphia Eagles, we just almost unstoppable in those situations. Only poor play calling can hurt us. So, you know what I mean? I like the evolution of this football team. I think it need a little more praise instead of people hating. There's really no way you could hate. We beat the Dolphins. We beat the Cowboys. We beat good teams. We beat bad teams. There's no way you could hate. We is as rounded as we can be in terms of winning. But I guess this the stretch they talking about. You know what I mean? This the stretch that everybody has us so ready for. Yeah, the Chiefs is a big game. The Bills, that's a big game too. 49ers, them are some big games for real. Specifically, all the NFC games. You want to beat the 49ers and the Cowboys. You want to sweep the Cowboys. You want to maintain your dominance within your conference. And I think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to do that at the least. But either both or one of them AFC teams coming with us. I think we're going to beat the San Fran and Dallas. But either the Chiefs or the Bills, they come in too. And that's how good this football team is. I won't be surprised if we win the next 4 games. I am not surprised if you win those next 4 games. You're in a great position if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan because this is how you end the season. Giants, Cardinals, Giants. Them your last three. It was pivotal to be where we are. Pivotal. I thought you would have been okay had you had 3 losses at this point. Pivotal to be where we are at this point. You know what I'm saying? Very pivotal. Very pivotal. Everybody talk about how the schedule going to get tough. It was supposed to start with the Dolphins, right? Oh, y'all got the Dolphins, Commanders, and the Cowboys. Don't forget, them teams was added into this tough streak. The streak went from, they got a crazy 7-game stretch to now, they got a crazy 4-game stretch. That's how the streak started. So please don't make please, every time we knock somebody off, you know what I mean? Oh, now next week going to start the streak. We ain't going for that, man. Nakobe Dean got to stay healthy. I can't emphasize this enough. Nakobe Dean got to stay healthy. I think he's at risk of losing his spot. Nakobe Dean with a Lisfranc fracture injury today is set to go on IR for the second time this season. He went on IR for September, back on IR for November. That's not good. I'm not here to speculate any medical notes or what people might have been saying about Nakobe Dean coming out the draft, but the health is the main concern for me. I wasn't blown away by his play against Dallas either, but the health is more alarming because if you can't be available, you're holding up space for guys like Anthony Morrow, who I thought should have never came out after a 3-sack game. You know what I mean? But we always talk about the Philadelphia Eagles having favoritism for certain draft picks. You know what I'm saying? And it's always those high ones that they want to see a return on. You know what I mean? So they got to let them play. They got to see what they got. Those are high draft picks. But Nakobe Dean not being able to stay healthy and not playing good, in my opinion, you know what I mean? I think that's cause for concern right there. So I think Anthony Morrow, and I watch, and this is actually the defense I thought you needed for this stretch. I thought you needed Anthony Morrow for this stretch. Because nobody rallied. Anthony Morrow rallies to the ball way better than Nakobe Dean. If you want to say Nakobe Dean covers better, you know what I mean? I'll think about giving you that. But in terms of closeout speed and recognizing runs and running through the big guys that we got up front to get to the quarterback, Anthony Morrow does that better. I think that's something that didn't transition over to the next level with Nakobe Dean. You know what I mean? In Georgia, Nakobe Dean was able to hide behind that big defensive line and make some plays. At this level, you rarely see it happening. We seen him and Fletcher get to the quarterback yesterday. Both got to have a sack apiece. But Fletcher always around there. Fletcher always in the neighborhood. You really see it from Nakobe Dean, and I thought that was something he was specializing in blitzing from his linebacker position. But this is a passing league. You really got to know how to cover. Once they figure out you can't cover, you could blitz if you want. They just going to throw the ball now across the middle. So, you know, some stuff got to get ironed out, man. I think Anthony Morrow is well-deserving. Should have never been on the practice squad, in my opinion. I like how we're starting to use Rashad Penny. A lot of things are happening really, really good around the right time of the year. So, you know, we know the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles game was going to be the most viewed of that week. Everybody knew that. But, you know, it was the most viewed of the season so far. And that's a huge testament to the Philadelphia Eagles for winning. You know what I'm saying? Building their name brick by brick, building it out the mud. And that's just a testament to the other guys just, you know, living on something their grandfather did.